Good morning, traders. So let's have a quick look at Bitcoin. So nothing's really changed from yesterday. So we're still very much in sort of another indecision bar that is forming at this stage, and we're on the 50 EMA at the moment on the weekly. So nothing's really changed there. So let's just get down to the lower time frames. Okay, so we still have had this trend break and retest, and obviously I'm still concerned about this level here. We didn't quite peg it, so I would expect us to hit this level. So this is a Brooks gap here, and I'd expect this to be retested. So at this stage, there is nothing. Okay, the interesting thing is that we are now inside of Dickinson, the blue line, and we are pretty much holding inside there. So normally when this happens, we typically move to the upside, and the underside of the cloud or Kijinson, the red line, will offer some resistance, and we'll move back to the downside. So this little move here is pretty much this trend break and retest. Okay, so it broke out, came back, retested, and we ended up with a sort of a rejection bar off Dickinson yesterday. You can see there. Okay, so this is a very interesting setup that we have at the moment. We obviously want to break to the upside, and let's just get down. Sorry, we need to get rid of that. Okay, so we have had a pretty nice solid break up, and we're now consolidating. The 4-hour has broken through the cloud, which is bullish. We are green, so our future is bright. Tickle span, which is the brown line, is sitting inside the cloud. Now we want this to be outside the cloud at this stage. Okay, so for me right now, I'm looking at price action and saying, well, with this rally that we've had yesterday's close, this is a good sign that the bulls are back in this market, and they were buying up at this level. Okay, so I would be looking for longs, pretty much, probably depending what your risk appetite is, but a break above this level here, because right now this is not quite a fractional, probably be a fractional on the 1 hour, but a break above this bar would indicate that we have more upside. But a safer play would be a break above here, because there is a fractional. This is a fractional. So a break above this level here will give us some movement. So what I typically, I don't like playing the Kumu cloud breakout. So when we do break out the cloud like this, I don't like playing the first attempt at the breakout, because normally there's a pullback, a consolidation, and then a move to the upside. So I will wait either for a pullback or a break above this level to get into this market. Okay, so at this stage it is starting to take shape. It's starting to look like an area that we can add, and you can see we had a double bottom here which has played out, and a nice rally through the 1 hour cloud as well. Okay, so I think wait for the consolidation. So you're either looking for a break up there or a pullback, and your pullback will be pretty much on the Fibonacci levels with Bitcoin. So, and you can see how the 50% Fibonacci lines up with the 1 hour Kijinson, this red line. So that would be a great area to be in. But what could happen here is this could be a flag. Okay, so this is a nice solid break to the upside. And then what we have here is we have, let's draw these lines in for you. Okay, so we have a flag. So basically what you're looking for, you'll see it'll break this level, then it'll come back and test this line, and that will be another entry in. Okay, so no shorts, only looking for longs. Market is looking pretty interesting at this stage, and we'll have to wait and see what happens. And I think let's just have a quick squiz at Ether as well. So I just want to delete all the drawn objects, delete. Okay, so Ether, let's just start off with the weekly so we can just get a broader picture. Okay, I don't have much data here for the weekly, but pretty much a similar picture. We've had the difference here is we've had the solid run up and we've had a retracement. So on Ether, I am looking at a target as follows. Okay, now let me just validate what I'm saying. I want a daily close above yesterday's high. Sorry, last week's high. So I'm looking for a daily close, a weekly close above last week's high. Okay, that would validate that this is a retracement, and it'll validate this pin bar for us as well. And that will send us to 980 back to $1,000. Okay, so you can see it's had a nice run up, busy retracing, and it's a move up. And one other thing, let's just put a retracement on here. You can see the retracement came to 61.8 before buyers stepped in. Okay, so Ether is looking a little bit stronger to me than what Bitcoin is at this stage. And you can see what I mean by taking the first breakout of the cloud. You see how we broke through the cloud here and we've come back. And now we are testing the cloud again. Okay, just delete that. Let's just get down to the lower time frames here to give us a better indication of what's happening. Okay, so so this trend line here did break. Okay, so that is a concern, but we can, for now, do that, copy that line, and do that. Okay, we've got a touch there, we've got a touch there, we've got a touch there, and 2 touches here. So this is a pretty strong channel that we're in at the moment. So for me, long from the bottom to the top, and then play at the top. You can see the 4-hour Kijinson and Tikinson has had a crossover, okay, which is a bearish crossover. Now, one way to play this is to watch for a bullish crossover, because a bullish crossover above the cloud in this area is extremely bullish. So what I mean by bullish crossover, when the blue line crosses over the red line. Blue line is Tikinson, red line is Kijinson. So if the blue line crosses up on the 4-hour, you have a bullish pattern. Okay. Same scenario here. We do have a fractal up there, which would be a good entry to be long. Alternatively, if you're not long from the bottom here, wait for some form of a pullback consolidation here, and let's get it on the hour before going long again. Okay, you can see how we've broken through the cloud on the hour, and we are now consolidating, and we've dropped to the bottom. Okay, so we're finding some support here on the 50 moving average, but we need this candle to finish before you can start looking for something. And I think pretty much the same drill here as Bitcoin. We have we have a flag. Okay, so I would expect a second move. So this was the first move. This is the consolidation. I'd expect a break of this for this height. Okay, so what we do is go from here to there. Let's assume that that is the bottom, and that targets this top, which makes sense. Okay, so one way of playing it is just wait for this consolidation, wait for the break, and then play the break, or alternatively wait for the pullback to hit a Fibonacci level and take the Fibonacci level. Let's get the level right. So we almost at the 50% here. So if you can get an entry long in that area with a stop below the low, that would be a good entry. Okay, so same thing as Bitcoin, looking for a long entry, and yeah, cryptocurrencies are starting to look very interesting. I think we've had the breakouts and we've had the breakout retests, and the buyers are coming back to the market. So yeah, I hope that helps. If you like what you hear, subscribe, give us a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give us a thumbs down. Even better, leave us a message. Love to engage with you guys. Enjoy the day, stay safe, stay profitable, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Cheers, man.